few commissions that had already been approved and gone through the Arts Council process. So we had new pieces by John and by Andrew Hamilton, which is coming in, and then we had performed a piece, we premiered it just in September with John McLaughlin in Lisbon. So we had said a part of the commissioning process for that was that we would perform it again in Dublin. So we had these three significant pieces that we were to kind of build the concert around, and to complement those pieces we did an open call for works. So that was when it was a few months ago, we sent out a call around the country. So it was like for anyone either based long-term in Ireland or Irish under the age of 35, just had to put some sort of age limit on it. And so we got like inundated with lots and lots of really, really great works. So in choosing the pieces that we chose to complement the big commissions, we kind of had to go with a balance in the concert so that it would be ultimately a nice shaped concert, a mixture of kind of calmer pieces, more rhythmic pieces, and pieces that we just really liked, that pushed the boundaries and things like that. So in the end, we were delighted to be able to pick three from the open call. I actually thought we'd only be able to pick one, but it's actually turned out to be a really, really great concert. So I'm really actually looking forward to the concert, which will be great.
Yeah, it looks like a really varied programme as well. I mean, some solo vocal and claves to big ensemble pieces.
It's really, really great. There's the Andrew Hamilton, his full ensemble, and then Natasha Lowen will be singing with that as well. And Natasha will be doing a solo piece by Peter Moran, which is like a spoken piece, and I just think it'll be really, really great. And then the John McLaughlin is smaller ensemble, which it was really, really beautiful. It was such a beautiful piece, and we performed that in Lisbon. It went down really, really well. And then of course John's not quite full ensemble, but big enough, and with live electronics as well. And then Jonathan Nichols has live electronics as well.
We've been trying for quite some time actually to get funds to commission me to write a piece specifically for the group. So it's very exciting that this has finally happened. The piece itself is in the vein of a lot of the music I've been writing recently, which is heavily influenced by post-experimental thinking, particularly music by Alvin Lucier, Lamont Young, various people like that. So it's one of these pieces that appears to do nothing but actually does an awful lot. I'll leave that to your imagination.
It's a piece I wrote back in April of 2007. It was actually written for the Association of Irish Composers competition that they run each year, and it was written for bass clarinet and electronics, and I suppose I was lucky enough to win it that year. Principally, the piece uses two kind of compositional techniques. It takes from acoustics and it takes from some sort of spectral processes, that kind of French school of composition. I analysed low A sharp on a bass clarinet and found out what all its spectral components were, and then I used some of those spectral components to actually build the electronics that run throughout the piece. Then also throughout the piece you get this constant A sharp running throughout, and at times the bass clarinet detunes against this, creating these kind of beating patterns. So you have this kind of symbiotic relationship between the electronics and the clarinet. You don't get the beating patterns if just the clarinet plays, and you don't get the beating patterns if just the tape bar plays. So the two have to exist to actually function. The title of the piece, I suppose, came from this idea of the piece, that you have all these partials that make up the sound, but because it's a single instrument and it can only create a kind of monophonic tone, it's this idea that you can't have multiple tones unless you're doing multiphonics or something. You can't have multiple tones at once. So there's this idea of, I don't know, standing in a field or driving along dark lanes at night, that as your headlights go out into the black, you only see a tiny bit of what's around you at any one time, and you have to move around to see more of that. And so the piece kind of explores moving around through the partials of this low A sharp on the bass
clarinet. Well, I would say to start with that one of the group's primary enthusiasms and even missions has been the nurturing of Irish music. Obviously, as the group became more successful and there were more outlets for performance, there was more funding for commissions, the group has been able to be more and more proactive. And now with these wonderful Free State concerts, and also premieres of a lot of works by very young composers and various things like that. The effect that the group has had is obviously increasing dramatically. So the mission has always been there. It's the power to do something about it that has evolved through time. Personally, I think it's a very exciting thing to do because Crash is in a fantastic position to reveal the incredible variety and richness of new musical life in Ireland. I think this country is one of the most interesting, the most active, the most varied in music making at the moment in the whole world. And I'm very glad that there's this wonderful opportunity to let other people see how exciting things really are here. Particularly being able to take our repertoires abroad now. Crash has now toured in America and Europe and Australia, and hopefully a lot of other places soon. And to be able to bring those repertoires to other countries is a fantastic gift, I think.
So grow, so grow, so grow, so grow, so grow. So
We've had an amazingly international year this year, and we've been given an awful lot of really great opportunities to bring not only Irish new music but a good professional ensemble abroad, and show that Ireland isn't just shamrocks and shillelaghs. We actually do amazing new music. I mean, the experiences, as John said, the Bangor Can Festival, I mean, we got straight offers of concerts from that because it did blow people's minds. It was such a rich and textural and unexpected thing to come from a relatively, not completely unknown, but relatively unknown ensemble from Ireland. So that was brilliant. And just before then, we'd been to Canberra and Sydney in Australia, and the reception we got there was amazing because it was just going there and feeling like ambassadors for new music and going abroad, but being so proud because we knew what we were presenting was amazing music. Not only the international works we were performing, but we were bringing some Irish works as well, and we were commissioning Australian composers as well because we got that opportunity to do it as well. So it was a really nice mix, and just showing that Ireland is this vibrant culture of new music, and it's really, really great stuff going out from there, you know. So in the future we are planning further US tours, and further we want to go a lot more into Europe and bring kind of our own personal brand of madness out there. But it's just really exciting, you know, certainly for the performers when we're there and we get such a great reaction and we get to talk to the audiences afterwards internationally. It's just great that they can see really lively new Irish music, and we just want to keep doing that more and more, bringing the new works from Ireland and complementing them with international works from composers people would know, and bringing it all together and kind of blowing people's minds.
Yeah.
So that's the plan.